This is my disclaimer. It's going to be my only disclaimer about the political election, presidential election, excuse me. The election bring out the absolute worst in people. And you see sides of people that you know, you love, you care about that you didn't even know existed. You see parts of people character that you don't know, that causes you to look at them sideways. Listen, I am not anyone's parent on this platform. I'm not responsible for you. I'm not going to be explaining anything to you, clarifying anything for you. I'm not going to be, doubling back, trying to diffuse anything. I'm not. You take the information, do with it as you see fit, interpret it as you see fit, believe whatever you want to. I don't care. This is the thing. I'm not going to permit any derogatory comments about anyone based on gender, race, socioeconomic demographics, anything. I'm not. I'm not. You'll just be blocked. That's it. I don't have the bandwidth to sit down and fantasize how same gender loving, transgender, non-binary, lesbians, gays have sex. Like that is not on my radar right now. I don't do petty politics. I don't get into it. Some people do. I don't, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, and I hope this inspires someone. I don't approach politics like most people. I wouldn't have been able to accomplish some things I have and work with the people I have if I got into petty politics. You see, voting means something different for me. Many years ago, I was doing some genealogical research for my family and the branch of it that's associated with the upstate portion of South Carolina. And it's there in the 1860s that I learned about how a group of black men were taken into a post office and they were forced to choose to make their mark somewhere on that paper and deliberately vote Dixiecrat, as it was called then. They were having their voice and their vote taken from them. They had a choice because all of the white people who were there, they were prepared to lynch them if they didn't make their mark where they told them to make their mark. And some of them did. They were hung because they refused to allow the freedom of their vote to be stripped from them. See, a lot of people don't know their history. They don't know black history because they really believe we didn't start voting until the 1960s. That's not true. And that comes from people not studying to show themselves approved. That comes from people not learning, wanting to know, figuring out, exploring their history, but turning around and blaming everybody else for what you don't know. And I don't believe in that. I'm responsible for what I know and I'm responsible for what I don't know. Reading about that account showed me that and taught me that voting, it is a life or death decision. It is a life or death decision. So much so that someone were willing to lose their life instead of somebody telling them who to vote for and how to vote and why. And I take that same approach to this very day about my vote. It is my right, it is my voice. And I'm not going to forfeit that for anyone under any circumstance. When I understand the power of the vote behind my decision and all of those people, not just in South Carolina, but all over this country, who were tortured, beaten, all because they would not make their mark where someone told them to do it. And see, during this time, see, I support who I support, I do what I do. I put my money where I want to put my money. I put my support where I want to put my support. And you will notice in most conversations, You can't figure out which way I'm leaning, right or left, but you leave it to a fool to make the assumption they know my thoughts and they know my decision when they don't. Only a fool think that way because you never know what's in the heart of man because you're not God. And the God that I serve has done a pretty good job of making sure that what is in my heart and what is in my mind is between he and I and no one else. Because he gave me free will and the world didn't give it to me, so the world can't take it away. Now they can try, they can run to the four corners of hell and try to figure out what I believe, what I think, and who I support. And guess what? That makes me very happy. Why? It makes me very happy that people walk around and spend time trying to figure out and assuming what I think when I don't assume anything about their decision and I don't care. Nope. Nothing I can do about that. So why worry about it? All I care about is that you make the decision to show up at the polls and vote. That's all I care about. Get your behind up and get out there and vote. It is unconstitutional. If you'll notice the wording within all of those ads, it asks you for your support. It doesn't tell you who to vote for. They're asking for support. They never directly tell you who to vote for, and people don't pay attention to wording. Why? They don't word advertisements that way because it's illegal and it's unconstitutional. No one within the United States has the right to tell another person who to use their vote for. That is illegal. That is unconstitutional. You can ask someone to support someone. You can ask someone to support you while you support someone. You can ask someone to get behind ideas, but at no time within this country is it legal for you to tell someone exactly specifically who they should vote for. Number two, it is in fact illegal in this country and unconstitutional for any negative behaviors or outcomes because you assume or you think you know someone's political beliefs. That's illegal. That's unconstitutional. Now, I don't know about nobody else. I'm always down for some commas and zeros. And I said it just like I mean it. I don't care where it comes from. I'm not going to turn down good, easy money. I don't care. I'm always here for it. And with that said, this is a great opportunity leading all the way up to November. It's going to be wide open like the Wild Wild West to get you some money. Oh, yes, 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 yes. This is an opportunity to get you some money. And you say, how it's simply, how are we going to get the money? Now, where the money reside? Let me show you how. Let me show you how. If you deal with bullying, if you deal with name calling, if you deal with harassment, if you deal with any retaliatory behavior or actions because someone learned, know, aware of, or assume that you're of an opposing political view and perspective than them, and they inflict harm, harassment, bullying, marginalizing, termination, rejection, ridicule, gossip, anything that causes you emotional or mental distress, dear, you just got a whole lot of money. And I can tell you, every single solitary username has a real name. And honey, trust me, I've done it before. YouTube will get you the information you need. It won't give it to you directly, but they'll definitely give it to an attorney. Oh, yes, honey. Once you're able to prove that you have legal representation, they do disclose the information to them. But, honey, this is time to make you some money. May it be you're in a business and the cashier, whoever, make a slight comment or something, honey, you can make you some money. So what I'm saying is, I don't care if you right or left. Let me tell you something. If somebody turn around and say to you right now, See, you a Democrat. That's why you just as dumb. You just as stupid. You just as ignorant, baby. Screenshot it, record it, save it, get your behind down to an attorney. If they marginalize you for a job, marginalize you for opportunities, try to harm your business in any way by gossiping about you, putting you down, attacking your finances, baby, get in touch with your attorney, honey. That's how that go. I don't care if you right or left. You just got to teach people to quit playing ignorant games and learn constitutional law when it comes to the voting process in this country. I don't care who you support. That's none of my business, but I'm here to give this disclaimer. We're going to have a whole lot of different conversations because a whole lot of things are going to be going on. A lot of fundraisers are going on right now. Let me know if you're attending any fundraisers. Are you hosting anything? Are you passing out something, sharing something, links or something to be able to support? Just let me know. I'm more than happy to contribute and assist in whatever capacity that I can. Now, I had a friend, pretty good friend, and we were talking, and he and I were discussing Nikki Haley. Now, as you all know, Nikki Haley was previously the governor of South Carolina. Nikki Haley is also somebody who peed off Donald Trump quite a bit. Well, first of all, she a woman. Second of all, she brown. You see, people don't realize this about Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley isn't several generations removed from being indigenous. No, she's not, far removed or nothing like that about being Native American. She isn't. This is a part of her culture, her identity, and yeah, yeah. Can you believe that? She's lived that, celebrated that, personified that her entire life. She's always made it very clear that she is brown, she's native, she's indigenous. Hard stop. Well, she did her job a little too well once she got her appointment from former President Trump, and that peed him off. And it made them nervous because she was getting a lot of attention from a lot of people that she might, you know, she doing a little bit too much of modern politics. And what I mean by that is Nikki Haley's approach to politics has always been the same. She like money. She good with money. Let me say that again. She's good with money and she's good for business. She's strong. She's tough. She's smart. She's agile. She's phenomenal at international affairs. I'm not kidding you. The chick bad. Okay. The problem is that, like I said, they didn't like that because she a woman and she brown. Okay. Another thing that pissed them off about Nikki, Nikki likes working across the aisle. She's always been that way, and that's what made her a powerhouse. Yeah, she like working across the aisle. She like it. She's good at it. She understands that's modern politics. Nothing Politics are no longer polarizing as they used to be 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 14, 16, 20 years ago. They're just not. It's not possible. No, not possible. And so this person mentioned, like, wouldn't it be great if Kamala decided to appoint Nikki somewhere? And I was like, oh, they're not going to let that happen. Oh, no, 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 no. One of the women are East Indian origin descent. Their mother, she's East Indian, right? And then the other one, she's indigenous Indian. She's Native American. They're not going to let two brown people who have some of the most powerful jobs in the entire country. No, I don't see that happening. I don't foresee that happening. But what I do see happening is, if they're smart and they're true strategists, they will make sure they insulate Kamala with Titans, to help her during this time. Because I just hate with every fiber of my being down in my soul. I have always hated the way President Biden went about her vice presidency. I didn't say it, but I've always had a problem with it. That we didn't get to see her at her full capacity. She's smart. She's a smart woman. She's earned everything that she has. She's a huge asset to this country and to the White House. And while all of this was going on and we seeing stuff going on with his health, they should have been pushing Kamala to the front, because she is the vice president. She is Madam Vice President, right? I mean, so it has always kind of not kind of it very much upset me that I just felt like that he didn't treat her the way she should have been treated. That's just that's how I feel about it. He did to her what President Obama had to do to him because it was clear he had something going on mentally. You know, he was saying things, very inappropriate things. If you go back and look at the first administration, first term for President Obama, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It was seen then something was wrong with Joe Biden. So he kept him at the White House. But it kind of always stuck out for me. They didn't put her at the forefront like they should have, and now they need her. You get what I'm saying? Now they need her. All of a sudden, you want to hurl her in front of everybody now. All of a sudden, and that's messed up because she's been equipped and she's been capable, to really assist in a real way, and they didn't let her do that. And that just goes back to that good old boy club. You get what I'm saying? So I always had a problem with it. I've been checking with everybody to find out, who doing fundraisers where, what kind of fundraisers they doing, who's, accepting contributions and different firms and, different organizations right now who do get in the paint as far as supporting different candidates and stuff. And see what functions they have coming up so you can contribute that way, and that way it's not so direct, a straight line. So it kind of go through some back channels and then it land where it's supposed to, as far as coming together collectively to make the most impact financially to keep this campaign going. Every dollar count, every moment count, every day count, all of it count. We got to make it count, every penny. We're behind financially with financial contributions because a lot of people were at a stalemate with President Biden trying to run. So now, if you have not donated to your candidate of choice, now is the time for you to do so. We're gonna have to max out too. We can't wear this thing out. That's the way I see it. We got to put boots to grind and we got to get it done. So that's my disclaimer for this channel. I hope y'all have an awesome evening. Take care. Bye.